In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single skin in Ark Survival Evolved on a tier list. So let's get right into it. First off, we have the Aberration helmet. This one's going to be going in the A tier. I think it looks quite nice, and you get it from the Aberration skin bundle. I don't think you can buy it anymore, but you used to be able to buy it, and I think it's a pretty nice looking helmet, and I think A tier is worthy of it. And next we have the Aberrant sword, which I'm also going to put in A tier. This is a really cool looking sword, especially with the purple going through it. This has got to be one of the best sword skins in my opinion, so I think it should go in S tier as well. Next, I have the underwear and the little bra skins. There's 100 of these, and they're all just little different variants. I'm just gonna group them all into F tier because I don't really like them, and I don't really think they're that great. So like I said, they're all gonna be grouped together in F tier because this video would be an hour long if I had all the different variants, and they would all pretty much be going in either F or D. So yeah, they're just gonna go in there. Next up, I have another group, which is these little hats. They're going to be in the D tier. Basically, they're very rare, actually. How you get some of them is one of them's a game tester one, so you get to be one of the beta Ark players. And then another one's just exclusive to wildcard members, but they're just hats, and they're not really too crazy, so I'm going to have them in D. The only thing that's cool about them is that they're rare. Next up is the birthday suit. This is the leggings and the shirt. I'm going to have them in C tier. Basically, it just makes you look like you're not wearing anything. It's kind of a funny gag, but I don't really use them that much, so I think C tier is good. And then we have the bonnet. I know I said that wrong. It's probably super easy to pronounce too, but yeah, I'm gonna put that one in C tier as well. It's not the greatest. I mean, it's just a Thanksgiving skin, and out of all of them, it's not really the best. There's way cooler ones. And then we have the Valentine's Day bow, which I'm gonna put at the C tier as well. Maybe I could have put this one a little bit higher, but not really the biggest fan of this one, even though I do think it looks quite nice. It's definitely better than some of the other Valentine skins with the animations and stuff, but I don't think I'd ever find myself using this one other than maybe around Valentine's Day, and then I'd stop using it, so yeah. Then we have the Brachiosaurus skin, which I'm going to put this one in F tier. Okay, so if you played during when this came out in the Arcology event, I think you would agree with me. As this event, they basically teased as these were going to be creatures that are going to be coming, and the Brachiosaurus was going to be one of them, but they were actually just skins. So for that reason, I'm going to be putting it in F tier. Also, that's not really the main reason. I just say that as kind of a joke, but the main reason is it just looks kind of goofy, especially if you compare it to the Brachiosaurus in Ark Ascended that's going to be coming out, like the modded version that Gruga made, and of course coming to official. It looks 50 times better. It makes the other one look like a joke. So obviously I have to put it in F tier when you compare those two. Next, we have all of the bone skins. I'm going to have all of these just clumped together in B tier. I think they're quite nice, but I don't use them all the time, but I think they are pretty cool though, so I think B tier is a good spot for them. And then we have the Bulldog mask. I'm going to put this one in A tier. Out of all the funny looking mask ones, this one's one of my favorites. It's really cool. It's almost close to S tier, but not there yet. I think there's some other ones that I think are a little bit better, but the Bulldog one is pretty dope. And then we have the bunny ears, which I'm going to put at D tier. I mean, I guess it makes sense to have these in the game for Easter, but I would never use these. So yeah, also want to mention the ones that you can also put on Dinos as well that have two different variants, the helmet and then the Dino variant. I'm just clumping those together as well. So this is one of the ones you can use on Dinos too, which might make it better, but I don't really there's way cooler ones you can put in your dinosaurs than bunny ears, so that one's going to be in D. Next, we have the Candy Cane Club, which is going to be in the C tier. It's a nice little holiday-themed club, but of course, once the holidays end, then I don't really find myself using the Christmas skins. But I think this is a pretty decent one. And then we have the Captain's Hat, which I'm going to put at the B tier. You get this one for killing the Alpha Lead Sictus, and it's a nice little reward, and I think it looks pretty nice. It's not my favorite of the helmets, but I do like this one, so I think B tier is a good spot for it. And then we have the Chieftain Hat, which I'm going to be putting this one in the C tier. This one's pretty good. This is one of the OG turkey skins or the Thanksgiving skins, I believe. And it's pretty nice. There's nothing wrong with it. I think C tier is fine. Next, we have the Chili Hat, which I put C tier there, but I actually want to move it to A tier, so I can't really go back. So just pretend I put it in A tier. This one's really good. I do like this one. It's really funny looking, but in a good way. I don't really know. I like it, and just imagine it's in A tier. I've accidentally put it in C tier. Next up is the chocolate club thing. This one's going to go in D tier. Out of all the club skins, I think this one's probably the worst. I do kind of get it. It's like a chocolate wrapped up. It's kind of been half eaten, but I think it just looks kind of dumb. So it's going to be in D tier. And then we have the Christmas bolas, the little lights. I think these ones look really cool, but of course I don't really use them during Christmas time, so I only can really put it at C tier, but I think this is a pretty nice Christmas skin though. Next up, I have the clown mask, which is going to be in the D tier as well. I'm not very big fan of clowns, so you know, having this nasty looking clown mask, I don't really like it that much. I think it's going to be in the D tier. I think a lot of people will probably agree with me on that. Not everyone though. But then we have the Avatar, like Genesis Part 1 mission thing. This one's going to be in the C tier. Maybe I could have put this one a bit higher, but I just don't find myself using this one too much, as it kind of looks a little bit out of place in my opinion, even though it does look really cool. Maybe I should have put it higher. I don't know. I think C tier is a good spot. And then we have the corrupted like skins from Extinction. These ones are at the C tier. Probably like bottom of the C tier. These ones, I mean, it's kind of a cool idea having the entire character corrupted, and could be kind of fun to use on Extinction, but I just don't think it looks that great, even though, I mean, there's not really much else you could do with this. I mean, that's if the corrupted skin is going to look like that, so I just don't really, not the biggest fan of it. Next up, we have like the Valentine's Day skirt thing. This thing's going to go in just the D tier. I never use this thing personally. It's kind of funny to look at it with like full set of flak armor on, so yeah, maybe that's a reason to wear it. But then we also have the like Valentine's Day, whatever it's called, with the strap with the wings in the back. This one's also D tier. I mean, I guess you could put it higher, but not really my favorite, so it's gonna be in the D tier. Then we have the cute dinosaur hat. This one is a little bit derpy looking, but I do like it, so I think B tier is a spot I'm gonna end up putting it at, because I think it's kind of cool. Next up is the Ravager saddle skin. I actually do like this one quite a lot, mainly because it's just really simple, kind of. It just like it makes the saddle look better without being too crazy or too weird or anything. So I think it's pretty good, but at the same time, it's not like insanely outgoing or anything. So I think B tier is probably the highest I could put it at. And then we have the Dillo mask, which I'm gonna put at A tier. I think the Dillo mask is really cool and it looks quite nice as well. It's really big. I don't know. I think it's just quite a cool looking mask. I think A tier is good spot for it. And then we have the Dino glasses skin. This one's going to be in S tier for a few reasons. First off, you can put this on pretty much every single dinosaur in the game, so you can use it on so much stuff, and it's also just quite funny to look at with the dinosaurs with glasses. It's one of like the OG skins too. I've always really liked this one, so I'm going to put it in S tier. The first S tier skin on this list, but I think it's worthy of it. After that is the Dodo Rex mask, which I'm going to put at the B tier. The thing with the Dodo Rex mask is you can also put it on the wall as a trophy, which is kind of cool. But the mask itself is kind of cool looking. Doesn't really look like the Dodo Rex though. I think B tier is fine. And then there's the Dodo Wyvern mask, which I think looks a lot better, but I'm still going to put them both at B tier. I think they're B tier worthy. I don't think I would put them in A tier as I don't use them too much, but I think they're nice looking skins. Next up is like the Easter egg C4 skin. I'm going to put this one at the D tier. It's not really my favorite or type of skin at all, so I don't really like using it. Also, I don't really C4 much either because I'm not a PvP player, so it's going to be in D tier. And then we have the chick helmet. I'm going to put this one at A tier. Maybe this one's a bit too high. It's just kind of funny to look at. Yeah, maybe I put this one a little bit too high, but I do like it, so I'm just going to keep it in A tier anyway. And then we have like the cracked egg helmet. This one's also going to go in the D tier. It just kind of looks dumb. I don't know. It's just a giant egg on your head and not like dumb or funny in a good way, so it's going to be in D tier. And then we have like the nest of eggs in a cupcake holder. This one's also going to be in D. It's just weird looking and not in a good way. Some of the other ones are weird and funny in a good way, but like these are not. They just kind of look weird, and I never find myself using them, especially because they're pretty much only useful during the Easter time as well. And then we have the Federation tech suit, which I want to put at the B tier. Now this is a really good looking skin, and the tech suit looks awesome. But the thing is, I don't really like using the skin for it because there's already these full set of armor you can use that looks exactly the same. But also, I don't really like using tech skins on my armor, mainly because it kind of just looks out of place, especially when you're starting out and you put like a whole tech suit on. I feel like it just kind of looks out of place, but maybe that's just me. So I'm just going to put it at B tier. They look really nice. I don't really use them though on a just regular tech suit, but I think the regular tech suit looks cooler in my opinion, so I think I'm just going to keep it at B. After that is the antler skin, which you want to put at C. This one like barely makes it to C. It's like closer to D because even though an antler skin would be cool, these antlers just look really weird, honestly. I think it could have been a lot cooler if the antlers didn't look so messed up. And then we have the like firework rocket for the flare gun. This one's pretty cool. I think C tier is a good spot. I don't really ever use it though. And then same for the rocket launcher. They're both very similar. They just do the fireworks, which looks really nice and is cool for the 4th of July, but it's kind of just like a one-off thing you use and then never think about again. And then we have the frisbee, which is going to be in the C tier. This one you put on the boomerang, and I think it's kind of a funny one and nice one, but I also don't really use it too much, as I don't really use a boomerang other than the very early game. And then we have the spatula. This one is on the club. It's just kind of funny, just a spatula you can hit things with. It's just decent. After that is like the little halo. It's just kind of a nice little halo above your head, so it's very simple. I think C tier is about as high as you can put it there. It's just okay. And then we have the basically missing head thing. I'm gonna have this one at C tier. Some people might want to have it a bit higher, but it's just your head's missing with a slab of meat, so yeah. And then we have like the heart shield. I'm gonna put this one at C tier. Out of the shield skins, it's probably my least favorite. There's not really that many of them though. I mean, it's fine for what it is, but you can only really use it during like Valentine's Day. And then we have like the duck helmet thing. I don't even know what you call this thing. It's a skin for sure, definitely, and I think I'm gonna put it at B tier. Next up is like the heart glasses. Out of all the glasses skins, these are probably my least favorite because mainly you can only really use them during Valentine's Day, so they're just alright. And then next up is the hockey mask skin. I do like this one. I'm going to put it at B tier. It's quite unique and pretty cool, but it's nothing groundbreaking or anything, so B tier. After that is the Homo Deus skins that you get, and then I'm going to have this one at the C tier. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but full armor sets will also be clumped together, so I'm not going to rate all the pieces individually. But this one's kind of cool. You're see-through and stuff. It's really unique looking, but I wouldn't really use it that much ever. It's just really cool looking. After that is the hunter hat skin. This one's going to be at the A tier. Honestly, it's really close to S, but I think just A tier because it is really simple. But it is the hunter hat skin that you kind of spawn with, and I really like using this one because I feel like it fits with almost all the armor sets and can fit in almost any situation, and it just looks super nice. And next up is the summer shirt things. These ones I'm also grouping together because there's 100 of them, and they're not really the greatest. I like them more than the swim pants or whatever, so I guess they can put them in D tier, but they're still not that great. Next up is the inflatable Rex costume. This one's easily S tier. I think everyone loves this one because, I mean, it's an inflatable Rex costume. It looks hilarious. You can also paint it all different colors to make it look really cool as well. Next is the love shackles thing. I couldn't get any footage of them, but they're in D tier. And then there's the Manticore armor set, which is easily going to go in S tier. This is my favorite armor set skin in the game. It just looks so dope. It's awesome on Scorched Earth too. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. Just look at it. It looks awesome. It's easily S tier. After that, we have the Manticore shield, which I didn't group in with the armor set, I guess. So it's just the shield itself. And I'm going to put this one at the A tier. It's really cool. Probably my favorite shield skin, but I don't really use shields a ton, so I can't really put it in the S tier. But it is really close. And then we have the ghost skins. I'm going to put all of these in the B tier. I think they're really cool. The glowing at night is really sick, but I don't use ghost skins a ton. They're just really kind of cool to have. And then we have the Master Controller skin. This one you get for killing the Master Controller, and it's just the helmet. It looks exactly like the boss, and it's kind of just a cool trophy to have, and I think it looks really nice. So I'm going to put it at the B tier. Next up is the reindeer skin, which you can put on the Megaloceros. This one's going to be at the B tier. I think it's one of the better ones of the Christmas ones, because, it's a full costume for a dinosaur, but of course you can only really use it during Christmas time, so I'm just going to have it at B. And then we have the HLNA skin, which I'm going to put at the C tier. Basically, if you have Genesis Part 1 DLC, or 2, you basically get the skin that you can use on other maps, but HLA is kind of annoying on Genesis Part 1 and 2, so I don't know why I'd want to have her following me around on other maps. Usually, my other maps is the escape I get from having to listen to HLNA constantly talking in my head and getting in the way of my footage and stuff, so yeah, I don't really know why you'd want to use this one, other than it can get Explorer notes that you otherwise can't get. There's special HLA Explorer notes you have to have her for, so that's about the only reason, but I would never really use this thing. I'm only really going to have it at C tiers because you need it for those Explorer notes. Next is the Modern Canoe skin, which I'm going to put at C tier. It's a skin for the canoe that kind of just makes it look like it's made out of metal. There's a few other canoe skins, and I think they're both better than this one, so this one's just going to be a C. And then we have the Mutated Survivor. This one's a really cool one. I'm going to put it at B. It's just the detail on it is really cool. Of course, it is just that survivor from the boss fight in Genesis Part 2, but I think just the detail and the full body costumes are really cool. Except for this one is kind of disgusting looking, so I wouldn't really use it that often, so I'm just going to put it at B and not any higher. And then we have the nerdy glasses, which I'm going to put at the C tier. I like them better than the like Valentine's Day ones, and of course these ones are like OGs, they've been in the game forever. They're just glasses with the hole in them. They're kind of nice. I like how it goes over the hat as well, so you can have like your original whatever skin you were wearing, your hat you were wearing with these, so that's kind of nice. Next up is the beanie skin, which is going to go in the D tier. These ones are all clumped together as well because there's a lot of beanie skins. They are just okay. I think I like them more than like the shirts and stuff, but I'm just going to have them at D tier. And then we have the like Nutcracker slingshot. It's a pretty unique, honestly. It could be a little bit higher, but I'm going to put it at C tier because I only really used the slingshot super early game, and then once it passed that, I'd never really use it. So I don't really find myself using the skin either because it's like a Christmas only thing. So I think C tier is probably the highest it can go. And then we have the otter skin, which I want to put at the B tier. This one is, I mean, it's an otter mask. The otter's awesome, so having a little mask of it is just kind of funny, but it does look a little bit wonky, so I'm just going to keep it at B. Next up is the Parasaur skin, the Parasaur saddle skin. I like this one a lot because I use Parasaurs a lot, and I can use this one in the early game, and it just looks nice. It looks a little bit better than the regular Parasaur saddle, so I'm going to put it at B tier. After that is the party hat, which I want to put at the C tier. This one's not really my favorite at all, but I'm just going to put it at C tier because it's not like so bad it's in D, but it just barely makes it to C. Next is the Pilgrim hat, which is also going to be in C tier. There's a lot better hats. The Pilgrim one is just kind of the Thanksgiving one you have, and then you don't really use it that much after. Next, after that, we have the Pitchfork as well, which I'm also going to put at C. It just kind of looks a little bit weird. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about it. I'm just going to put it at C. There's a lot cooler Pike skins as well. Next up is the Noglin hat, which I'm going to put at S tier. It's so stupid that it just has to be in S tier. I don't know. This one was a huge meme when it came out, and I remember like messing around with my friends and stuff having this one, and it is really funny, so I'm gonna put it at S tier. After that is the Easter Bunny Procoptodon skin. I'm gonna put this one at the B tier. This one is a cool one, and I definitely like the costumes that completely change the look of certain creatures, but you can only really use this one during Easter time, so I'm just gonna have it at B. Next are all of the tech skins. I'm going to put these ones in the A tier. I love the look of the tech skins. I think the problem with some of them is you can also get the tech creatures, but the ones you can't get, like the tech Moza and the tech Giga, are probably my favorite. But yeah, the tech skins I think look really cool. Next up is the animated costumes, which I'm actually going to put at C tier. I mean, they look nice, but they look really out of place, in my opinion anyway. So I don't really find myself using the animated costumes too much. But I mean, I do have to give them some credit as they do look pretty nice. So I think C tier is the highest I'm going to put it. After that, we have the Reaper helmet, which I'm going to put in the A tier. I really like the Reaper helmet. It just looks really cool. It's really big too, which I think is kind of nice anyway. It's just a really cool looking helmet. I don't really have too much to say about it. Just having a giant Reaper mask on your head is pretty cool. So A tier. Next is the Rex Bone costume, which is also going to be at the A tier. You get this one for killing like alpha raptors and carnos, and it looks pretty nice. It's kind of just a nice trophy to have to show off that you've killed alphas before, and I always like wearing it. And once again, it kind of just matches with the Arc style. You can have it with pretty much any other armor set, which is another perk to it and why I have it so high on the list. And after that is the Rex Stomped glasses. These are going to be an S tier. I just really like these. They're just pretty cool. Make your Rex look pretty gangster. Next is the Safari hat, which I want to put at the D tier. You always usually have this one when you spawn in if you have the Scorched Earth DLC, and I've never really been a fan of it at all, and I've never worn it, so yeah, I'm gonna have it at D. Next is the full Santa outfit. I'm gonna have this one at B tier. It's quite nice. You got a lot of attention to detail, but you can only really use it during Christmas time, so that is going to hold it back a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty nice. Next is the Santa hat, which you can also put on dinos as well, but this one's just going to be in the B tier as well. It's just nice, simple, and you can put it on all your dinos as well. After that is the Scary Pumpkin helmet, which I want to have at C. Not really my type of skin, so I don't really like it too much, but I mean, it's fine. It's not terrible or anything. And after that, we have the Scary Skull helmet, which I want to put at the A tier. I think this looks really cool. It's not just like the skull, you get like these scars on it as well with like the ears in the back. I think it's just a really nice looking skin that you get for killing like Alpha Rockwell, I think. So it's kind of just like a trophy as well for killing Rockwell, which is kind of nice. And after that, we have the like Skull Pike skin you get in Scorched Earth from one of the artifacts. I really like the skin. It's going to go into A tier. As well as after that, very similarly, you have the sword that you get, the Scorched Earth sword, and it looks really nice. It's very close with the Aberrant sword as well. These are both just really nice looking skins, so definitely worthy of being an A. And then you have the like Scorched Earth torch, which I think looks really nice. It's just a little upgrade to the torch, but I think it's going to be in B. It doesn't really do anything too crazy, but I do like it for that. And after that is the Trike Bone Helmet. I want to put this one at the S tier. This has got to be one of my favorite skins in the game. You get it for killing the Alpha T-Rex, and it just goes well with like pretty much all the armor sets. You can get it on like the island. It's just like one of my personal favorite skins. I use this one a ton. Like pretty much as soon as I get it after killing an Alpha Rex, I rock it all the time. And it's just a really good looking skin. Like I said, it matches with pretty much all the armor sets as well, so you can use it in any scenario, and it looks really great. After that, there's the Stygimoloch. This one's from the Archaeology as well, but I actually quite like this one, as I think it looks a lot better than the Patchy, and the Stygimoloch actually looks pretty good here. Makes me wish I would have actually gotten a Stygimoloch in the game, but I guess that's not going to happen, but this is a nice skin. And then we have the Styracosaurus. I'm not sure exactly if that's how it's pronounced, but this one looks just okay. It's not as good as the Stygimoloch in my opinion. It's got a little bit of like weirdness to it. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's just good enough. I'm going to put it at B. After that is the sunglasses skin, which I want to put at the A tier. They're very simple, but they do look really good. There's not really too much to say about it. They're just sunglasses, but like I said, I think they do look pretty good, so A tier. And then we have the Survivor helmet. I don't have footage of this one. It's like a PS4 and Xbox exclusive, which I am recording this on PS5, but I still couldn't get it. But I'm just going to have it at the B tier. Next is like this green stick with a carrot on it for Easter. I'm gonna have it at the D tier. I don't really like the look of this skin at all, to be honest. I think it just looks kind of weird, and of course you can only really use it during Easter anyway, and I'm just not really a fan of it. Next is the teddy bear grenades. I actually like these ones a lot. I'm gonna put it at B tier, but the only problem is it's on a grenade, which in PvP would be more useful, but for PvE you don't really use grenades too much, and also it's like a Valentine's Day thing, but I think out of the Valentine's Day skins, it's probably my favorite. Next up is the Tech Canoe. I like it a little bit more than the Modern Canoe, but I'm still going to put it at the C tier, mainly because there's another canoe skin that I think is better than both of them. And the Tech one's nice though. I mean, it's just fine. And then next is the Thorny Dragon saddle skin. I'm going to have this one at A. It's definitely my favorite of the saddle skins because it's just really unique. It has like this wooden thing on the top. I don't know exactly what you call those, but like for shade in this desert. I think it's really cool and it fits the Scorched Earth vibe. So I always use this one when I have a Thorny Dragon, and I'm going to have it an A. After that, we have the top hat, which I'm going to put at A tier. This one's another like iconic one that's been in the game forever, and it's just quite a nice skin, so it's going to be in the A tier. And then we have the sparkler skin, which you can put on torches. I'm going to put this one at the C tier, as it's just alright. I mean, it looks kind of weird with just like one singular line going down and the way he's holding it, but I mean, it's just a fine skin. Next up is the turkey helmet skin. I like this one a lot because it's got a lot of detail in it, and it's just quite funny, so I'm going to have it in the B tier. And then we have the like turkey leg skin, which I'm also going to put in the B tier as well. I like this one a lot. It's basically just like a giant turkey leg in the shape of a club, and it kind of like fits the club perfectly, I think. So I'm going to have it at B tier. It's probably one of my favorite club skins. And then after that is the sweater. I'm going to have all the sweaters like clumped together, and they're going to be in the C tier. They're probably my favorite of like all these different varying ones, as it actually kind of makes sense to have like different looks and ugly sweaters. So I'll have it at the C tier. But after that, we have the like Uncle Sam hat. I'm gonna put this one at B tier as well. Kind of works for the 4th of July time. It's quite big and it looks quite cool, but I think B tier is good. And then we have the like vampire skin. This one just changes the colors of your eyes. I'm gonna have this one at A tier because I actually quite like it, and you can dye it to make your eyes whatever color you want, which I think is what's so good about it, and makes it to where you can use it in a lot of different situations. And after that is the Viking like canoe skin. This is my favorite of the canoe skins. I'm gonna have this one at the B tier. I definitely like it more than the other two modern and tech ones. It just looks really nice and fits the vibe perfectly. Next up is the water gun skin for the flamethrower, and I'm gonna have this one at the B tier. This one's a super creative one, and I do like it a lot, but I don't use the flamethrower that much because I'm a PvE player, so that's the only reason I don't have it at like A tier, I think. But it's really close to A tier, honestly. It's really cool. I do like this skin quite a bit. And next up is the werewolf hat, which I'm actually going to put at S tier. This has got to be one of my favorite hat skins in the game, as it just looks really cool and kind of fits the vibe of like survival. Like I said, you can use this one on pretty much any armor set in the game, and I think it will fit really well into it, which is why I like it so much. And then we have the witch hat, which I think I'm going to put at the B tier. This one is just pretty good. I mean, it's a witch hat and it's good for Halloween, but you can also use it like on creatures as well, which is quite nice. But I mean, I'm just gonna have it at B tier, I think. And then after that, we have the like wyvern gloves. I'm gonna have this one at the S tier. These ones are awesome with the giant crystals coming out of them. I don't know, it's like one of the only like just solely glove skins, but I think it looks really dope and it's really nice to have. And I like the glove skins a lot because you actually see your gloves like the entire time when you're playing in first person, like compared to other skins like the helmet where you don't really see them unless you're in third person. So that's one other reason why I like the wyvern gloves so much. And then we have the bunny tail, which is going to be in the D tier. Now this is a really unique skin, so I'll give it props for that, as you basically just put it on your leggings and you get a little bunny tail, but I don't really like it that much, and you can only, it's just the weird bunny skin, so I'm going to have it at D. And then after that, we have these sunglasses. These are the retro sunglasses. I'm going to have these one at A2, as they look pretty much identical to the regular sunglasses. They're just a bit darker, so I think I'd rather use these ones, but I'm just going to have these ones at A tier as well. Next is this weird like summer straw hat, which I'm gonna have in the C tier. Not really my favorite. It is quite unique of a looking hat, but I don't really like it too much. I'm just gonna have it at C. And then we have the Santiago spear, which I want to put at A. This one is like one of the Arc 2 skins, and this one looks really dope. Fits the game really well, and I always use this on my spear, so I'm gonna have it at A. It's honestly really close to S. This looks quite amazing. And then after that, we have the Santiago hatchet, which I'm going to put at B. I don't like this one nearly as much as the spear. I think the axe just looks a little bit weird. But I guess that's kind of the point, is it's like a piece of scrap metal, but I'm not really a huge fan of it. I'm just going to have it at B. After that is the Scarecrow skin, which is literally just the training dummy as a skin. It's kind of cool to have the whole training dummy costume outfit as a skin, but I'm just going to have it at B tier. And then after that, we have the full body turkey costume, which I'm going to have in the A tier. This one is great. It's really stupid looking, but that's what's so good about it. It's just a giant turkey costume. I like it quite a lot, so I'm going to have it at A. And then we have the skeleton costume, which I'm also going to put at A as well. This one's got a lot of detail into it. It's not really good for Halloween, though, but so is the turkey costume. Turkey costumes for Thanksgiving, but you know what I mean. The skeleton one's pretty cool, too. And next up is like the angler hat. I'm gonna have this one at C. It's just okay. I guess you can use this one for fishing, but I don't see why I'd ever want to use this one. And then we have the giant bunny skin. I'm gonna have this one at B. This one just looks really weird, but like not in a good way, unlike the other ones. I mean, it does have a lot of detail into it, so I guess I'll give it to B. And it can be quite funny to run around with this thing on, but I still think the other like turkey and inflatable Rex are better when it comes to these like weird looking costumes. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Let me know what you thought. What's your favorite skins in the game? But anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.